Air India employees struggling with morale issues after Ahmedabad crash. Report: Ahmedabad plane crash. Following the deadly crash of Ahmedabad-London Air India flight AI-171, employees working at Air India and Air India Express, especially cabin crew, pilots and engineering staff, have been struggling with morale issues. Money Control reported. The London-bound Air India flight crashed into a hostel complex in Ahmedabad moments after it took off from the Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel International Airport on June 12 afternoon, killing 275 persons, including 241 on board. After the crash, the airline employees are grappling with serious concerns due to the risks involved in their livelihood choice and are also losing faith in management. Adding to their difficulties, they're struggling to cope with negative public opinion and a growing distrust in the Air India brand. While most employees do appreciate the steps taken by senior leadership to highlight the sensitivity of the June 12 crash, most colleagues are looking for leadership, accountability, change in character and a platform where their concerns can be recognized, a pilot working with the airline told the news outlet. He further said that many pilots and cabin crew at Air India are now closely watching how the airline prepares for upcoming changes to flight duty timings. These changes are expected to include longer mandatory rest periods and other measures designed to better manage stress and fatigue among staff. Another Air India pilot recalled facing several incidents, including a major in-flight engine failure. "You just have to be prepared, focus on the tasks at hand, and keep going. Nothing really prepares you fully for what the skies may throw at you," he told the news outlet. While speaking to Money Control, an official at Air India's Gurugram head office said that the employees are expecting the management to introduce new standard operating procedures for flight safety. They are also anticipating the creation of a forum for open discussion on fatigue, workload, and operational risks, aiming to foster a culture where safety concerns can be freely raised. Seasoned pilot Captain Anil Rao, with 32 years and 12,000 flying hours under his belt, told the news outlet that while aviation tragedies deeply impact the community, pilots are specifically trained to handle such critical situations. In life and death scenarios, a pilot fights till the very end to protect lives, on board and on the ground. That mindset is drilled into us. When a tragedy strikes close to home, there's shock and grief, yes, but pilots and cabin crew don't have the luxury to stop. We have to get up and fly, he said. Multiple pilots and cabin crew who spoke with Money Control noted a noticeable increase in compassion and concern from senior leaders regarding employee workload and mental well-being following the crash. The airline has also deployed a team of trained psychologists and doctors in Ahmedabad to provide trauma counseling and psychological support to the affected families or individuals. The airline has deployed psychologists at its base stations in Delhi, Bengaluru, and Mumbai for cabin crew, pilots and other staff struggling with mental well-being. Air India's leadership group has also been interacting with employees to boost morale during a difficult time. We Air India are supporting those staff who have served in Ahmedabad upon their return to base with a mandatory break and counselling. The counselling services, which are confidential and provided by professionals, continue to be available to everyone and I encourage you to avail of it, Air India's Chief Executive Officer Campbell Wilson said on June 20. Nanan India witnessed one of its worst aviation tragedies on Thursday after a London-bound Air India plane, carrying 242 passengers and crew, including former Gujarat Chief Minister Vijay Rupani, crashed into a medical college complex shortly after taking off from the Ahmedabad Airport. 241 out of 242 passengers and crew members on board the Boeing 7878 AI-171 and 34 on the ground, were killed in the crash. The deceased include 120 men, 124 women, and 16 children. So far, 256 bodies have been handed over to their families, while the DNA identification process for the remaining remains ongoing. One person survived the tragedy. The lone survivor was identified as Indian origin British national Vishwash Kumar Ramesh, who was returning to the UK with his brother Ajay Kumar Rakesh, 45, who was in a different row inside the Boeing 7878 Dreamliner. Swipe left for next video. The Gujarat Health Department gave the official figure of casualties of the tragedy. The announcement of the death toll was delayed as authorities were verifying the DNA matches of those who lost their lives in the tragedy. Many bodies were charred beyond recognition as the aircraft burst into flames or were damaged on impact. The aircraft had 232 passengers and 10 crew members, including 169 Indians, 53 British nationals, 7 Portuguese and a Canadian, on board. Latest blogs.